Hi!
I'm Jen.
I'm Corey.
And we are deep,
Dark,
and scary.
and this week, or this video, we are doing our first video from the Cult Movie Challenge 2021.
He had to think about that for a second.
21. There we go. And this week was Fred Olen Ray week. And wow, this guy is a doozy.
I have to say, as far as the list of movies to choose from, I had possibly seen one or two. Not a
fan. So this guy has done movies like this, and he has also done low-budget adult films like Cinemax style.
Like Cinemax After Dark style.
Scream Queen Hot Tub Party. And
he laughs, but this movie we're reviewing today,
it's like a low-budget Cinemax movie.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, is all I have to say. So I'm all for watching a cheesy movie. Like, I will watch cheesy movies all day long. But I can't invest myself in them. Like a lot of people, namely, find them extremely hilarious, and I can't. For some reason, I can't. Like, I'll put on a cheesy movie and I'll watch it, but I'm not invested in it. Most of the time, I am thinking about work, or I'm thinking of doing something else, or things I could be doing.
TikTok.
Or I'm watching TikTok, or I'm answering emails, or I'm doing something else because I'm not invested in it at all. They are entertaining, and that's as far as they go for me. This one was not even entertaining. To me. He'll tell you what he thought.
It was not an entertaining movie at all. There was funny parts of this movie. There was
a couple of good comical lines in the movie. I can totally say that. But wait till we get into the actual review, because
so
I would not.
The movie that we did was Evil Tunes. And Evil Tunes is about this guy who, played by David Carradine, who hangs himself at the beginning of the movie, which is...
Spoiler alert.
I'd say foreshadowing, because this is how he died, hanging himself. Only he wasn't naked in this movie. Thank God. I did not want to see David Carradine naked.
You were really just spoiling it up here for people. If you didn't already know, David Carradine passed away. All right, just saying.
Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead.
Yes.
Kill Bill.
Very dead. Kill Bill
is dead.
He's no longer.
But he has a Necronomicon. They don't say it's a Necronomicon, but it's a book of the
demons and death and all that stuff. But he does say he brought it back, and he is the originator of this thing.
Right.
So. And
then cut to Dick Miller.
Oh, Lord.
This is an all-star cast. Dick Miller has a cleaning company, and these 4 low-budget adult film actresses are the cleaning ladies.
They're the cleaning crew between when one family moves out and another family is going to move into this home that was purchased. They were hired, or what's his name?
Dick Miller.
Dick Miller's cleaning company was hired to come in and clean this house. He pulls up in what I would deem a van. It's like a big white cleaning van.
I don't think we can say that on YouTube.
What?
The P word.
Oh, well, you'll have to edit it out then.
I'll edit that out.
Okay, this ice cream van with very few windows pulls up, and he's dropping off his cleaning crew that consists of 4 scantily clad, showing their ass.
We wear short shorts.
Which I'm sure you could read my mind right now. They're the cleaning ladies.
Except for the one girl who was the nerdy.
Oh, yes. Hair in a braid.
Glasses.
Oversized baggy shirt and sweatpants. And, you know.
But yeah, after Dick Miller ogles these girls for quite an uncomfortable amount of time.
The cinematography.
While licking a cigar. I don't know what's going on.
The cinematography in this movie leaves something to be desired, let me just say.
Oh my God.
From a female, intelligent, mom even perspective, this is definitely not top of the line cinema.
No.
What did I read? I read that it had a $150,000 budget. Right? Was that what I read? But obviously it was low. $140,000.
$130,000,
Sorry,
yeah.
I
And it does not even say on Wikipedia what the box office.
And it is Wikipedia. We all realize that Wikipedia can be edited at any time by anyone.
Right.
So we don't know how accurate that is, but from watching the movie, I would consider that extremely accurate. So these 4 ladies get out of a van, and they're being left there by the cleaning company's owner.
Dick Miller, yes.
And it's a very scary looking...
It looks like a sorority house.
It does. That was
Jenn commented it looked like a sorority house.
I've seen cheesy movies. It literally, they panned before these girls got out of the van, before the van even pulled up. The lightning's crashing. It's, very cheesy effects. The light, moonlight from the clouds, and it was bad.
Oh, yeah.
But it is very much a sorority house looking thing, and then these 4 women get out of this van, and you kind of know what exactly is going to happen. And
as far as Academy Awards, I don't think any of these girls were ever up for Best Leading Actress.
No, but one won a Star Award, just saying.
Won an adult film star.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a beat button for... I know we're keeping this like this is a little bit... trying to keep it in YouTube's constraints. Damn.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Corey liked this movie. I can't help it. If you watch it, you will understand. Any male that acts like they're 12 will love this movie.
12-year-old me would have loved
12,
it. And actually,
14, 15.
I told Jenn before when we picked this movie, I said, I think I might have seen this when I was younger, around 12, 13. And
totally understand why.
It was on in the background. I don't think I actually paid attention to it because I remembered the cartoon, though there is a cartoon in this.
Like 3 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, like 3 to 5 minutes in the beginning, 2 minutes at the end.
Because really, what is a cheesy horror movie without a bunch of boobs?
So
all shapes and sizes, all surgically enhanced, possibly, I don't know.
There's a saying in the horror community that you need to have the sacred triple Bs to make a good horror movie: blood, beasts, and boobs. And this movie has all 3.
That does not make it a good movie. Just saying.
But it makes it a horror movie.
Just to get in the horror genre, you need to have blood, beasts, and boobs. I tend to disagree with you. I've seen plenty of actually
the sacred triple Bs.
Decent horror movies without all 3 of those. Just saying.
So... yeah, 12-year-old, 13-year-old me probably would have loved this movie if I had actually paid attention when it was on. Uh, 43-year-old me. 40? Am I 44 now?
Yeah, 44.
44-year-old me
You just turned 44.
didn't not enjoy this movie as a horror movie.
Oh, he was giggling.
It was
more at my reaction, probably.
It was a comedy movie.
He was definitely giggling.
Oh my god.
All right, so to get back to the story, sorry we veered off a little bit because I was like, wait a second, this movie is not getting off to a good start. But they get out of the ice cream van, whatever you want to call it, and are ogled by the owner of this cleaning service. And they go in and they're told, don't cause any trouble and don't do this.
No boys over.
No boys over, all that
So
stuff.
I'm thinking there's going to be boys over.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
going
they
to
don't.
part. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie. You get it. But they go into the house and they're like, whoa, this is creepy. All the furniture's still here, blah, blah, blah. Where do we start? Yeah, the basement.
Let's go to the basement before it gets dark.
Let's go to the basement.
So the basement is full of empty boxes.
And you can tell they're
junk.
empty.
Yeah, it was like someone just went in there and said, let's just take some boxes from Wally World and throw them around. And
hence the $140,000 budget.
So they go down there, and after throwing like a couple of empty boxes around, like they're not even cleaning, they're just picking it up and throwing it behind more stuff. And then they're like, oh, look at this, an old chest. What's it say? And it's got some foreign language. And then it turns into something that for a brief second looks like it says,
English.
For the love of God, don't open this box ever.
Mm-hmm. And they do.
What do? They open the box.
Let's open it and see what's in there.
Or it's a
open
chest.
It.
It's a chest. Yeah.
Great word to use during this movie.
So
they go down there, they uncover this piece of fabric, okay, and a dagger of sorts. And they go upstairs and say, we're going to sell it and we'll split the profits because no one knows it's here. No harm, no foul. So they go upstairs and David Carradine delivers the Book of the Dead, which is just really a book with a weird face on it.
It looks like cheap stretch skin with a face. Yeah.
And they read from the book and the demon shows up.
Yeah.
The book's written in Latin, so they get the smart girl that's in the sweatpants and oversized shirt. They get her to read the Latin in the book, and she obviously brings one of these demons back to life, which is the tune. Of Evil Toons.
Tunes. Yes, this is Evil Toons, plural.
Tunes.
There's one tune.
Yeah.
They blew their $140,000 budget having someone animate this cartoon because they did not spend it on actors. I think David Carradine and Dick Miller and the cartoon, that's where they blew their budget.
What year did this come out? 1991. I was a freshman in high school.
I don't think this ever saw box office. This had to be straight to video.
Oh, I'm sure of it. There's way too much.
They filmed it in 8 days.
Oh, well, that makes even more sense. Saying they probably rented the whole house for 8 days and that was it. Or it's on a soundstage because, man, the lightning and the outside.
When they do the outside, when they go to the door, there's like a curtain, like covering like a window.
Yeah.
And when they open the door, it's a solid door on the other side. So it had to be some trickery going on.
Yeah. Which obviously we are aware. It's not like we're not aware that this is a cheesy old film.
I'm watching it though going, wasn't there a curtain on the other side of that door? Like, should be a window.
Weird. Yeah, it was just weird.
The continuity was weird. At least there.
So to get into the movie review part of it, it's horrific acting, right? David Carradine is scary. He's always, to me, he's always been a good actor, and I didn't think he was that bad in this. He just has the same, face, right? Mm-hmm. He's David Carradine. He is very intimidating looking, and that's just how he looks. And okay, he didn't have any great lines because, like Corey said in the beginning, he kills himself or he hangs himself trying to get rid of this.
He's trying to get rid of the book.
Thing, yeah, and ends up cursing the house forever because the book is still there. And blah blah blah, whatever. But the female part of this cast,
horrible, so horrible.
Wow.
Even though the one girl, Roxy or whatever, Roxanne, yeah, she does this little dance in the beginning of it to make.
She does a strip tease.
And she's like, this is how I got the football player to like me. And she does this dance, and I'm going.
She is all the way down to
I'm like, she was a stripper.
That are super tight.
Yeah, I said she was a stripper, or she's acted in adult films, because that is total.
That's what I said.
Total 80s strip tease. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And we did pick the final girl at the beginning of the movie. We're like, I go, who do you think is going to be the final girl? And she said, oh, definitely the nerdy.
The nerdy girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
I tried to call who was going to die first only by their acting, which is taking their clothes off. And I called one of them like in the very first 3 minutes of the film. And then I was like, as soon as Roxanne did her little striptease, I was like, oh, she's gone. She's dead.
So, yeah, so Roxanne she's waiting up for her boyfriend, and the rest of the girls decide to go to bed. There was no pillows. They blew their budget on everything else. They couldn't afford pillows.
Yeah, 3 sleeping bags and no pillows. 4 girls, 3 sleeping bags, no pillows.
And they're all like up there sleeping, and Roxanne gets the axe by the demon. Or not the axe, but the demon like
bites her, takes
her.
Basically, yeah.
And costs her, I guess.
Her,
I just try to and
takes over her body.
Yes.
Like, so he's attuned literally for about 2 minutes on the screen, and then he goes into Roxanne's body, and literally the rest of the movie until the last 5 minutes he is in Roxanne's body attacking other people.
Right.
So a couple of the other girls.
And every death shot has to have boobs. So
well, except for the men, although Roxanne did bite someone's
nether regions.
Off.
Dick Miller's. Yes. Oh, and when Dick Miller gets the call to come back to the house, he's watching a movie.
With himself in it. That was my favorite part. I was like, that's him. He's in that movie that's on the TV.
And that movie, Bucket of Blood.
Oh, yeah.
A Bucket of Blood. He's watching himself in a bucket of blood.
That was probably that was my favorite part in the whole movie. Because I was like, dude, that's him.
And the phone's sitting there ringing, the creepy neighbor who's played by Artie Miller.
Yeah, Artie Miller.
And he calls it, and the phone's ringing, but he's watching this movie, and he's like just annoyed that the phone is ringing. And he's smoking the cigar, and then after he hangs up, like Artie's like, you got to get down there. There's boys in the house or whatever. It's like, shuts the movie up, and he goes, this guy should have won an award or an Academy Award.
I can't believe this guy didn't win an Academy Award.
He's talking about himself.
That is awesome.
Total fourth wall break. I laughed so hard at that. And then his wife, also an adult film actress, is like, it's Friday night. You can't leave.
And flashes her boobs. And he does nothing. He leaves.
He's just like, why is there got to be a Friday?
It's like,
why is every week got to have a Friday
night? Yeah. But then as soon as he gets to the house, then Roxanne is like,
trying to take off his pants.
Doing the Sharon Stone basic
instinct.
Yeah. Then he's all about it.
Oh, yeah. He forgets that he even has a wife that's the same age as them.
That was just as naked in front of him.
And he didn't have to get out of the house.
And he wouldn't have got his junk bit. Why would you do
Little
that?
Dick Miller would still be attached.
Why? Why
yeah,
would you
so
do that?
the girls go down into the basement to see what all the commotion is, and that's where the other one. Then he starts attacking the girl. She starts attacking the girls, and it's the girl that she thought was going to be the first to die, but
She gets it.
rips the top off to expose the chest, and then every time the demon attacks,
bites their neck to kill them. But,
suck out their soul.
But before that happens, every female has their top or bra, whatever they're wearing at the time, ripped off. So there's a really close shot of their nipple.
Yeah.
He laughed.
It's like this guy really wanted to do another Cinemax.
Seriously, I looked at him and said, I could just as well be a lesbian for as many boobs as I've seen in this movie.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not. But this movie had more boobs than I think any other movie I've ever seen. An uncomfortable
amount for a horror movie. Usually you have the one girl who's naked running through the woods.
Or was in the shower and getting attacked or whatever.
Yeah.
That's kind of written into the story. They're showering. There's some reason they're naked. They're having sex, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
This movie, it's just all about the boobs. Let's just put them in the shot. It doesn't matter if it makes
gratuitous sense. Boob shots. And
that's all it is. Because really, there was no sex.
No, there wasn't.
So...
And then at the end of the movie, it's just that. And then we get to the end, and David Carradine comes back in.
Yeah, they read the book some more after they release the demon and find out that the dagger that they found will kill the demon if they stab it in the heart with this specific dagger. And the piece of fabric they found, if you put it over a dead body, the soul goes straight to hell, which never came into play during the movie, ever, not once.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, because when the demon killed the guy, he didn't do it with the girl because he inhabited her body, but with the guy, they all come downstairs and he's covered with the blanket, but they don't ever say what the blanket is. It just
till the very end. Yeah. But then, and then David Carradine comes in with the last girl after they kill the demon, and was like, so this was all my fault, and sorry about that. And
oh, and they to get rid of it, he stabs the girl, and she turns into the demon, and the demon turns cartoon form now.
Yeah,
I gotta get to the book. And then she picks up the book and she's going to throw it in the fire. And Carradine's like, yeah, whatever. It might work. And he's like, the demon says, I'll get you in the sequel. And there's no sequel to this movie. There's no sequel.
If there was.
This episode would be so much longer if there was a sequel.
I would feel like I had to watch it just to count how many more boobs I would see, because damn.
So then he walks over with the blanket and he throws the blanket in the fire too, and then the nerdy girl just falls asleep on the couch. And then it's morning time, flashes to morning time, and the last one who was killed comes walking out. She's like, "You're alive," and she looks like you had a pretty wild party. I'm like, I would not have just fallen asleep on the couch.
All her friends were alive, by the way.
Yeah, she fell asleep sitting on the couch the way she was. And and then all the friends, she's like, "Where's the other girls?" And he's like, "Oh, I think they're in the basement." And then everyone comes in the front door. Dick Miller and Artie.
No, Roxanne's boyfriend that she...
Oh, Biff. Yeah,
Biff. The reason she was the only one awake downstairs when the demon came alive was she was waiting to have sex with this dude that was coming over. And he got killed, obviously, by the demon because the demon had already possessed Roxanne before he got there. So he was in his body was in the basement, and they all come walking, stumbling up. Why were we in the basement? I feel hungover. Like, what?
And then Artie Johnson shows up, and he's got
with coffee.
He goes,
and
in
a
my
TV.
thermos.
Yeah.
And in a TV, and
And
he's like, well, they're like, why do you have a TV? He goes, don't you girls like watching Saturday morning cartoons? And then the nerdy girl just like screams, and
that's the end.
That's the end. Yeah. She blood curdling scream. I'll post a picture of her face doing that scream. So yeah,
super cheesy, bad acting. The storyline honestly wasn't horrific. I've seen better, way better. I've seen worse. The gratuitous boob shots were way too much for me.
To a point uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's like they felt like it had to be in every scene.
You could see how deliberate it was, especially when the women are being killed. Like before the demon sucks their soul or whatever he's doing.
He doesn't need their boobs.
He's
to suck the soul out of
their straps.
Ripping the spaghetti straps.
There was no reason for that.
Right.
Like you're gonna bite their neck and they're wearing spaghetti straps. Pretty sure it's pretty clear right there, right there. That's where. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So yeah, this.
I don't know. No.
So how many stars out of 5?
0. Not even half a star. Like 18, maybe. I would even push 25-year-olds or men that are just immature and find that stuff funny or want to see boobs. You would love it. 4 or 5 stars, you would probably give it.
So reading through some reviews, and I might post a picture of some of these off of Letterboxd because this is where this challenge came from.
They're actually funnier than the actual movie, just saying.
But yeah, I'll post up some pictures of some of these reviews here. There was one kid that looks like he's 12, and he even gave it 3.5 stars. But he posted a timestamp for every time
boob shot.
There's a boob shot, and how long they last. Like, and then link to the movie as well and said have fun. So most of his review is just boob shots.
It's that late night, like I said, Cinemax, kids up all night, USA late
I don't
night.
even think this qualifies as a USA up all night movie.
It's way
it's
too
so
raunchy
bad.
for that. But I don't know.
Yeah, this is even way too B-rate. This is C and D rate for...
I could definitely see where they would call it a cult classic for...
Some of the actors in it, yeah, it's like the little known straight-to-video David Carradine movie. You've got to see this movie.
I said I like David Carradine. I really enjoyed him in Kill Bill. That's one of my favorite movies. And some of his other stuff he's done, I've really liked and enjoyed. I was questioning why in the world he would take this part after this movie.
He actually did another movie.
In the world, he did a similar.
He did another movie that Lord of War or Warlord, or he did another movie that this guy directed or wrote. Warlords. Yeah. David Carradine stars in. So yeah.
And he was a lot younger, but still.
Because this movie was 88. He did this movie with this guy before Evil Toons.
And maybe that's why he did Evil Toons.
Maybe the guy called him up. Like, hey,
I got some milk for you. And I don't know. It just not for me. I would not recommend it to anyone unless they absolutely enjoy raunchy, extremely cheesy, boob-filled movies. That's it.
And I'm curious because a lot of other people that I read their lists for this challenge picked his movie Alienator. It seems like everyone picked that movie, and it's not even the first movie on the list. It's the 4th that we picked the second movie on his list. So maybe we might check out
the second movie on the list.
She said, I guess we'll do
it was supposed to be we were doing the horror genre, so we were trying to find something in that genre that he had done, which actually there's not a ton to choose from because he has done adult films and the
Ion Hallmark style.
Yeah. Which, not knocking it, I love them. I know but they're cheesy.
They are.
Yeah, super cheesy and predictable. This was also very predictable. Very, very predictable. I didn't predict all the female parts I would see, but it was very predictable. You could predict in the first 5 minutes who was going to survive, what was going to happen, who's going to die. And that was okay, fine. But
we watched the trailer for this movie too, and even Jen looked at me and said, "Oh, this is why you're picking this movie." Because even the trailer had allusions to gratuitous boob scenes. I told her we can pick another movie.
I will be picking the next movie. That doesn't mean it's going to be any better. I'm just saying, because I am picking movies I have never seen in order to honestly review them from the first time of seeing the movie. I'm trying really hard to avoid any movies that I have seen in the past. So it might be really bad, like this one.
So
it might be really good. It might be just,
next week is Joe Estevez. And it looks like there is some decent ones in there. So maybe we...
Oh, look it. We're totally doing Beach Babes.
Beach Babes from Beyond?
He would pick that.
No.
I would not.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. And we're just going off the movie posters, mind you. I always check out a trailer. Doesn't mean it's going to make it any better. But that's a Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, Eddie Presley. Huh. Bruce Campbell. Okay. I would watch this one on my own. Yeah, so.
Summer Camp Massacre.
Oh, Felissa Rose. We have her autograph.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not Sleepaway Camp, but...
Yeah, it's Felissa Rose. We know her.
we got the hookup. I got her on Facebook. I'll just, hey, we're watching your movie this week. I'll message her husband too. Hey, tell your wife.
Oh, there's another one Corey would watch.
The Demon Lover.
Boobs on the poster.
Oh, Sid Haig, High on the Hog.
Oh, Sid Haig.
All right.
So we have some options.
We have some options.
Curse of the Maya. Ooh, looks interesting.
Yeah, Todd Bridges.
Probably still have boobs, but
Todd Bridges is in it, so there's that. All right, so next week we'll be back with a Joe Estevez movie. Spoilers.
Just so you know, we are gonna put the link to
the movie
Evil Tunes.
You can watch it on YouTube because that's where we watched it.
Please, 18 and over, unless you get your parents' permission.
It does
or you
say...
watch it late at night as a teenage boy because it seems to be that's what they do. But yeah, we're going to link it below. And if you dare, maybe you like to look at boobs.
And
I'm okay with that.
It does say on there that it has subtitles in Spanish. I don't know if the captions are in Spanish, but there was no subtitles on this. And it was actually decent quality for a YouTube movie. I've watched stuff on YouTube before where
it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. Horrible quality, but this, I think they did it
the movie was bad. Don't get me wrong.
I think they did it from a DVD or something and put it straight to YouTube. So enjoy and come back next week for our second week of the Cult Movie Challenge.